Oh, mama, me ahwe me. Hello, good afternoon to you and welcome to Bernab Midday News. This news is coming to you live from Bernab House, Atomic Junction, Medina. My name is Sherifa Tuayuba. Coming up in this afternoon's bulletin. The Volta North Regional Police Command has arrested 2 persons for allegedly trafficking substances suspected to be a narcotic drug. Also, some oil marketing companies have begun adjusting fuel prices at the pumps from February 1st, 2026. And in some news beyond our borders, hopes are rising in Gaza ahead of the expected reopening of the Rafah border crossing with Egypt on Monday. We bring you details of these stories shortly. Thank you for staying with us. You can watch this news live on Facebook and on YouTube at Bernab TV. Now the news in details. The Volta North Regional Police Command has arrested 2 persons for allegedly trafficking substances suspected to be narcotic drugs in the Volta region. Police said the 2 suspects were intercepted while transporting the suspected narcotic substances from Godenu towards Togo in a Toyota minibus with registration number GT6592-19.
The suspects, identified as Etonam, a driver, and Emmanuel Komlaga, were arrested on Friday, January 30th, 2026, during an intelligence-led operation. According to a police statement issued on Saturday, January 31st, and signed by the Volta North Regional Public Relations Officer, Inspector Felix Kwao, a search conducted on the vehicle led to the retrieval of 18 sacks Each sack contained 36 yellow oval parcels, bringing the total to 648 parcels of substances suspected to be narcotic drugs. The statement said preliminary investigation revealed that a third party identified only as Joseph contacted the police team by phone and attempted to offer a bribe of 150,000 Ghana cedis to compromise the operation. The suspects themselves also allegedly offered an upfront bribe of 32,000 Ghana cedis. All offers were rejected by the officers. The suspects are currently in police custody, assisting with investigation, and are expected to be arraigned before the court to face the full rigors of the law.
The Ministry of Interior, in collaboration with the Diaspora Affairs Office of the President, has temporarily suspended the Ghanaian citizenship application process for historical diasporans. In a statement issued on Sunday, February 1, the institution explained that the suspension forms part of a joint effort to streamline and enhance the application process, making it more efficient, accessible, and user-friendly. According to them, the pause will allow for necessary refinements to ensure a smoother and more seamless experience when applications resume. The Ministry of Interior and the Diaspora Affairs Office of the President assured members of the global African family of their continued commitment to welcoming them home. Revised timelines and updated guidelines, the statement adds, will be communicated through official channels in due course. Moving on to other stories, the National Conference of Principals of Colleges of Education Ghana has called for dialogue and restraint following recent demands by sections of the University Teachers Association of Ghana (UTAG) for the resignation or removal of the Director General of the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission (UTEC), Professor Ahmed Jinapor Abdullahi, and his deputy, Professor Augustine Oklo. In a statement issued on Monday, February 2, 2026, and signed by its General Secretary, Dr. Samuel Adey Boateng, PRINCOF said it had noted the calls with concern and urged all parties to adopt a measured approach in addressing the matter. According to the conference, while it acknowledges the concern raised by UTAG branches in the traditional universities, the current posture of public ultimatums and threats of industrial action requires sober reflection. The principals argue that disputes surrounding leadership and governance within the tertiary education sector should be resolved through constructive engagement rather than confrontation. The body recommended that all stakeholders with genuine grievances channel them through established statutory and administrative structures, including the Ministry of Education and the GTEC Governing Board. According to the principals of colleges of education, such platforms provide opportunities for collaborative problem solving and help prevent unnecessary escalation of tensions. PRINCOF further indicated that it has consistently worked with GTEC under the leadership of Professor Jinapor Abdullahi and Professor Oklo and described their administration as accessible and open to engagement. The conference therefore appealed for calm among all stakeholders, stressing the need to protect the integrity of Ghana's tertiary education. Well, on this note, we go for a quick turn. We'll be back with business and more. To stay.
Again, it's bigger and even better. Brace yourselves for the third edition of the biggest pre-Ramadan fair in town. It's the Baina Trade Connect 2026. 2 days of endless sales and unmatched vibes. Mark your calendars on the 14th and 15th February 2026 at Zurak Park, Libya Cortez, Medina from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. each day. Come trade, come connect, come shop and have fun. To book a stand, contact 053-948-7757. Baina Trade Connect 2026. See you there.
Welcome back. If you just tuned in, you're watching Baina Midday News on Baina TV. Now let's move on to some business story where some oil marketing companies have begun adjusting fuel prices at the pumps from February 1st, 2026. The development follows industry projections that petroleum product prices would increase between 2% and more than 5% per litre. Checks on February 1, 2026 show that market leader Star Oil has adjusted its petrol prices, selling at a litre of 9 Ghana cedis 99 pesos per litre, up from 9.99 Ghana cedis per litre.
Star Oil said the adjustment affects its discounted prices nationwide. The company explained that the reviews was necessary to align its pricing with new petrol price floor, which has been revised marginally upward. However, Star Oil has maintained diesel pricing at 10.95 Ghana cedis per litre. These price adjustments took effect on February 1st, 2026. Another major industry player, Zen Petroleum, has also revised prices. The company is now selling petrol at 9.99 Ghana cedis per litre, up from 9.94 Ghana cedis. Zen Petroleum has also increased diesel prices to 11.44 Ghana cedis per litre, effective February 2, 2026. GOIL has also increased its petrol price marginally, with a litre selling at 9.99 Ghana cedis. Diesel also increased, selling at 11.90 Ghana cedis. However, these are discounted prices at approximately 200 service stations nationwide. Other major oil marketing companies have also begun reviewing prices. However, as of the filing date, these were the confirmed prices. Additional price updates are expected as more companies complete their reviews. More oil marketing firms are expected to adjust pump prices from February 2, 2026. According to the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, the projected price increases are largely driven by the depreciation of the Ghanaian cedi against the US dollar in January 2026 and by rising international crude oil prices. Crude oil prices surged from about $64 per barrel to nearly $70 per barrel over 2 days during the review period. COMAC noted that the cedi depreciated marginally against major trading currencies at the start of the year. For the February 1st pricing window, the currency weakened from 10.90 Ghana cedis to 10.98 Ghana cedis, representing a 0.77% depreciation.
Moving on to some news beyond our borders. After months of isolation, hopes are rising in Gaza ahead of the expected reopening of the Rafah border crossing with Egypt on Monday, a key part of Israel-Hamas ceasefire. On the streets of the southern city of Khan Yunis on Sunday, people followed the news of the possible reopening with cautious optimism, aware that the crossing will initially allow only limited number of travelers and no goods.
For Palestinians, Rafah is widely seen as Gaza's only gateway to the outside world. It has been largely shut since it was seized by Israel in May 2024, trapping patients, students and families on both sides of the border. Under the current arrangement, only a small number of people will be allowed to cross at first, leaving thousands waiting. About 20,000 Palestinian children and adults in need of medical care are hoping to leave Gaza, while thousands of others outside the territory are seeking to return. For families who have spent months displaced in abysmal conditions and cut off from medical care, the restrictions have been especially painful. Others say the partial reopening offers little relief as long as patients cannot move freely in and out. The announcement of Rafah reopening comes against a backdrop of renewed Israeli strikes on Gaza. A day earlier, Israeli strikes killed at least 30 Palestinians, including several children, according to hospital officials, one of the highest death tolls since the ceasefire began in October. Israel had accused Hamas the previous day of new violations of the truce.
And finally, in sports, Libya's national football team will play 2 friendly matches in Morocco during the March international window as part of its build-up to the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers. The Mediterranean Knights are scheduled to face Niger and Benin between 23rd and 31st March in a program designed to sharpen competitive edge and improve both technical and physical readiness ahead of the continental campaign.
Fauzi Jauda